Hi y'all, it's your Star Goddess. I'm back. So it's Vlogtober day 29. We're getting close, y'all. I've been so used to making videos every day now. I don't know, maybe I'll start making more videos. I make a lot anyway, but you know, every day. Okay, so first off, I wanted to show y'all some love mail that I got from Ember Honey Raven. She sent me a really cute card, a Halloween card, and has these little cute Halloween stickers on them. And I'll just show y'all the front of the card. It's just a little spooky haunted house, and it's just a really nice cute card for Halloween. She also sent me some very nice incense. This one is Goddess, and it smells so good. I love it. And I've never had the Goddess incense before, so thank you. I've never tried that kind. And then the Spirit of India, I've never tried this kind either, but it smells really good, like an Indian temple or something. So I'm gonna try those. She also sent me this really good amount of pyrite stones, and I really love pyrite. I use them in a lot of spells and on my altar, and you know, to attract abundance and wealth is what these are really good for. And they're just like these little rocks and these chips, and there's a lot of them in there. So thank you. I was very surprised because I wasn't expecting anything, and then I get this package in the mail and I'm like, who is this from? And then I open it and I see it and I was like, oh my god, that is so sweet. So that really touched my heart, and I just want to say thank you so much. I truly appreciate it, because it's not that often that I get like friend mail or like surprised, but every once in a while I do get it, and I'm always very appreciative. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, sincerely. Thank you, girl. Okay, she also sent me these little journal and pen set. Isn't that cute? This one is like pink and white stripe, and this one has like a really pretty pattern on it, and it's also metallic. So I can use this, girl. Thank you. I love stationery. Okay, and last but not least, this is my favorite thing that she sent me on. She sent me these kitchen towels made out of cotton, and it says the witching hour is upon us, and there's like a witch hat on it, and these are really good quality. These are like thick, and then there's one in the back, an extra one in the back with just the black stripe on it. But this one, I'm gonna hang this up today, like in my kitchen. I'm gonna hang this up today, and it'll be just in time for Halloween, because I'm having a Halloween party, so I need my kitchen to look cute. So thank you so much. This is just gonna, you know, be the last little touch that I need to do in my kitchen. And this is really cute. I don't even know if I want to use these. I'm just gonna hang them up like on the little oven part where no one's really supposed to use them, and I'm gonna tell my husband, do not wipe your nasty dirty hands on these towels. Because y'all know how like you buy these really cute towels and you put them up for decoration, and then the man just comes and put barbecue sauce or something all over, and you're like, don't you see those are for decoration? Use the towels in the drawer. Like, they just don't get it. I don't know. But thank you so much. I will protect your towels from people who don't know the difference between decorative towels and towels that you use to dry and clean hands with. She also sent in this really nice gold paper, which is really pretty. So thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, I just love all these little gifts. Okay. So, I'm going to tell y'all a story, and it's basically about sexual harassment in the funeral industry, okay? Especially if you're a woman. And I'm going to tell a story about me, and I'm going to tell a story about my friend. Okay, so I had a friend in mortuary school, and she was this really pretty blonde girl, you know, skinny, petite, And y'all, she used to be a exotic dancer, or aka stripper, right? But she wanted to get out of that business and into a career, so she saved up all her money so she could pay for school, to go to mortuary school. And you know, she really was trying to stop stripping. So she gets into the business and she gets a job at this really, really nice funeral home. Okay, they hired her because she looks like really pretty. And one of the I don't know if it was a manager or an owner, but he was like really high up. He started flirting with her and he was like, well, you need to go out with me sometime and blah, 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 blah. And if you don't do this and that, you know, I'll make sure you never work in this industry again. So basically he forced her to date him or go out with him or hang out with him, or he would, you know, blackball her from the industry basically. And when you're that high up in that type of funeral home, especially a corporate funeral home, and you have a lot of clout and it's their word against yours, and you know, you got lawyers up the kazoo and you got money, and you know, it's your word against theirs and there's no proof, you know, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of frustrating and hard. So the sad thing is she wasted all that money, and you know, she worked there for like maybe 2 years and she couldn't take it anymore. She quit, and basically she couldn't really work anywhere else because that particular funeral home is part of a huge corporate entity that most funeral homes are under. So unless she went to go work for an individually owned funeral home, she wouldn't be able to really work in this industry anymore. So she went back to stripping, y'all, and she spent all that money because, you know, on mortuary school, and it's expensive, y'all, and she spent all that money on mortuary school just to, you know, be blackballed because she didn't want to date, you know, this guy. You know, that's pretty sad, and that's kind of what happened a lot to me. But I didn't get blackballed. I basically quit on my own because I was like working for a woman when I quit. But prior to that, I had to quit working at different funeral homes for that same reason. So I understand, and it's a industry that's very male dominated. And now they have these devices, you know, on your cell phone where you can record and get proof and stuff. But back then, when I was young, they didn't have all that. You know, you had to get one of them old school mini tapes to go on your little tape recorder and hide it in your purse or something, and try to get it on tape. And it's, you know, it was just like that. But no one just carried those around all the time. You know, now it's just easy on your phone. You go bam, you know. But way back then, you know, it wasn't possible. So maybe it's easier now to deal with, and now there's more laws in place, but back then there wasn't too much a girl could do, you know. So so I'll tell y'all one of my stories. I was working in this funeral home, and one of the ladies that were working with me, she said, well, why don't you ask if you can work in the back? They get paid more, you get more, you know, and you'll finish your cases faster, and da 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 da. I was like, okay. So I went and asked, and he was like, sure, you can work back here, da da da. And then he started inviting me places, like, oh, well, you should come to church with me this Sunday. Oh, you should do this. Oh, you should come to have dinner with me sometime, me and my family. And I'm like, I have my own life. I don't go to church. And I would always knock down those invites. And he was like, well, I really think you're a special person, and I just really want to just get to know who I'm working with. And I was like, well, this is a professional relationship, so my personal life is not really any of your business. And so I think he got offended, and he totally said, like, the next day I came to work, and they said, well, you don't work back there anymore. You have to work up here now because they have enough people. And I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand. Don't worry about it. But the sad thing is, if you don't comply, if you don't, you know, take, you know, their advances, if you don't go out with them, they will act like a little, excuse the language, bitch. And they will either blackball you or have nothing to do with you. So I was like, fine, whatever. The next week I had a new job and I left. But yeah, and I wish guys would actually just stop doing that. Y'all some of the guys that work at the funeral home, you know, they're not young. These are the older ones. These are the ones that can't get none anymore and have to, like, you know what I mean. The young ones, they could have any woman, you know. The older ones, they were like the ones that would threaten your career if you wouldn't go out with them or something. And it's pretty sad that people would do that. And sometimes they would be married. They would already have a wife, and they would still sexually harass you and, you know, take away privileges and your time and positions and stuff like that. They would do that, and they would be married. And their wife would come in all the time, and I could have easily told on them. They're like, you know, your husband, he hits on me all day long, you know. But I never did that because I was trying to make it in the business, and you want to make it in the business, you don't tell everyone's business. But as a woman, it's hard. You know, I had this old man come on to me. He was like, I want you to be my girlfriend. He was part owner of the funeral home, of this other funeral home that I haven't really told stories too much about. But he was like bald. He was like, oh, I was 20 something, and he was like up in his 60s, y'all. And he was like, I want you to be my girlfriend. I'll take you here. I'll pay your bills and da da da. Blah, blah, blah. You can have the key to my house. You can come over anytime. And he had a nice house, y'all. And I was like, And he was my coworker's uncle. So I was friendly with my coworker. I had been to his house before. He had a nice house, like, if y'all know the Woodlands area. Really nice. But I'm saying, like, he was 60-something years old and bald-headed and gray and taking, like, his medicine cabinet had, like, thousands of pills in it, and I was just like, you know what, I'm too young to be dating this old man. I know he has position, I know he has money, but I can't do it, y'all. I just couldn't do it. So I was like, no thanks, we can be friends, you know, whatever, I'll see you around at work. What am I trying to say, y'all? His niece, the co-worker that I had, she actually started dating the lead funeral director, which is like the boss over all of them. And he was married, y'all. He was married, and his wife was like, you know, she had her own money and everything, and, you know, well respected, you know. He started messing around with this little girl, and she was like 19. I was like, and everyone knew. It was not like a secret. Everyone knew. It was pretty sad. So, if you like drama, if you like, you know, sexual harassment, if you like being threatened with your career because you won't date somebody, don't work in a funeral. I mean, go work in a funeral home. If you don't like all of that, be an embalmer, strictly. Just like, only embalm the bodies. Don't be part of the whole business. Just, they have embalming centers where you can just embalm bodies all day, go home, just like a regular job. You don't have to deal with people. You don't have to deal with families. You don't have to deal with sexual harassment. Well, you might just a little bit, but not as much. You won't have to do this. You won't have to do that. It's much easier because you're just there to embalm and then you go home. Okay? You don't have to interact with anybody except, you know, whoever is approving your work. That's pretty much it. So I'm gonna end this video there, and I hope that y'all enjoyed this story. And thank you again, Ember, for the beautiful surprise gift, love mail, that I was not expecting. And I hope everyone, well, I'm probably gonna do another. If I don't do a vlog on early, it'll be later, like during the evening, because I want to film all the festivities that I'm going to be doing for the next 2 days for Halloween. And so I'll see y'all later, and many, many blessings. Bye.